Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo,
Hey.
hey yo. Can I just say, first off, first things first.
Yep.
My husband's pretty dope. I'm sitting over here listening. Boom, 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 boom. Like seriously, if you about okay, I'm sorry. Hello,
Ladies and gentlemen
boys and girls.
of
Uh-huh.
all ages,
There you go.
we welcome you to the Heart of Love.
The heart of love.
We certainly hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Oh, you had one, and it has come down to the conclusion of it. And we are normally on Fridays,
Right, right.
and we have kind of adjusted our schedule so we could accommodate everything that we have going on in our life,
Right, right,
and have decided to do it every other week.
right.
I think Fridays, right?
Still gonna go to Fridays.
So,
Typically,
yeah.
Hear My Heart is always on Thursdays.
Mhm.
We have Thursdays at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
But the love of my life has already stated that we be having a lot going on. And we didn't want to neglect you. We want to still be able to give and sow
Yeah.
into you
Yeah.
like we love to do. And with that being said,
Mhm.
I decided to share my platform.
Aha.
So I'm sharing, and
Yeah.
sharing is caring.
Yeah.
So I decided that I am going to share my platform
Mm.
with our ministry.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go from there. Still going to be on Fridays,
Yeah.
every other Friday, as husband
Yeah.
already exclaimed.
Yeah.
But because we wanted to still be faithful over what we're doing here,
Yeah.
the date just happened to change.
Let me tell you something. I don't know anybody who was in the crutches of ministry, but I would have to say that it takes so much planning. It takes so much preparation for whatever that we do,
Yeah.
and trust me, ministry has got us in a chokehold right now,
Right.
and it
Right.
is. I've had some good days, some
Some
hills to
hills to climb.
climb, but in all of my good days, they
They
outweigh
outweigh
our
my
bad
bad
days, and I won't
days.
complain.
Uh-huh.
I would be gracious and glad and thankful to God that ministry at this time, this present moment, this time in our lives has rested its heels on our shoulders.
Uh-oh.
And I tell you, there are some sleepless nights. There are some processes and things that we have to kind of go through.
Yeah.
And they're not all fun. But tonight,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Yes,
we
yes.
have to address these things. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this thing has fallen on our entire shoulders
Okay.
because
Got
it
some good
is,
shoulders.
yes, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. And so, welcome everybody. Before we get into this, thank you so much for logging on. I see some very familiar faces, so
Uh-huh.
thank you for logging on and thinking it not robbery to bless your brother and your sister with your presence. So we
Yes.
thank you so much. So tonight is how do we fix it?
Yeah.
How do we fix it?
Wait, can I fix
Sure,
one thing first?
sure.
I think I said, hey y'all. I don't know if I did or not,
Mhm,
but if I didn't,
mhm.
hey y'all, I am Tiffany Rochelle Wilkins. And
I am Kenny J. Welcome to say something else. Kenny J. Wilkins, and thank you for logging on to the Heart of Love Ministries.
okay, I know we said that, but I just didn't recall
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we did
yeah,
our names. I mean,
yeah.
for the familiar faces, hey Devaris,
Hmm.
for the familiar faces,
Yeah,
I know you probably know who we are. However, there are times that we have individuals that are not familiar with us,
yeah,
so we must make sure
absolutely.
that we introduce
Yes.
ourselves.
So hello, ladies
Hola,
and gentlemen. We thank you for logging on, as we stated earlier. But we're going to dive square into this because it is absolutely a crazy thing. I was thinking about how we were going to get into the conversation, and I'm going to say it like this: how many of us, right?
Yeah. Okay.
How many of us fake it till we make it, right?
Ooh.
I don't know how many of us have wore watches on our wrists
Yeah.
that don't work.
Oh, I'm notorious for that.
Yeah.
I've done
Um,
it.
I've done it a couple of times, so I'm not saying it's not far-fetched for me, but absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone would ask you a question, what time is it?
Mm-hmm.
Most of us will say, yeah, I don't know, because our watches are broke.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we fix that?
Wow.
What do we have to do to fix our watches so we can tell time? It's very simple, in my estimation, is to take it to a person that's able to repair your watch.
Mm-hmm. That's what the jewelry repair is there for,
To
right?
me, that's the simplest things. How many times have we even thought to get the watch repaired, but continuously wear this watch and get the same question asked? What time is it?
And then you got to pull out your phone. You got a big old,
a wonderful looking watch.
Good old watch on it. I actually have a watch on today.
Yeah.
This one works.
Yes,
the time is set appropriately, and the date even works.
Absolutely.
But there have been times that I will not lie. I will be honest and say, I've had my watch on that has 0 battery. And when it doesn't have the battery in there, one thing I will do is say, oh, hey, what time is it? Hold on, I'll tell you in just a second.
But the watch is on your wrist.
But the watch is there, right? The watch is ready to help you. That's what it's there for. It's the timekeeper, right? But I got to tell you, hold on, dig in my purse, dig in my pocket. Depending upon the day, I might have to pull it out. But either way it goes, you're right.
Either way, either way you sum it up, we have to get better with fixing the problem. Fixing the problem, because what happens is, if we don't fix the problem, just as a watch, every single time you put it on, it's going to have a problem with telling you the correct time. If we continue to have problems and have issues and don't fix them, we're coming up to this thing over and over and over and over again. I can't say it again, over and over again. Until we deal with these issues and these things, we will continuously have a problem with these things. What is the fix? How do we fix it?
Right.
So, as an introduction, I'm going to say it this way. Our world, our country, every system that we have been familiar with in our culture is under a tremendous amount of attack. Right? Question is, do we break under the pressure, or do we figure out ways on how to kind of get past them? We see what's going on in our social medias, right? We see all of I'm not saying any particular name because I don't want nobody to tag me or put some foolish crap out that I say, whatever, excuse the word crap, but it is what it is. But I don't want anybody to tag me and say, oh, well, he's making reference to it. Look at your TV.
Right.
Look at your TV. And I ain't going to be remiss to say that every time we turn on our TVs, there's something weird happening. Right? Weird. If it isn't the situation that's going on, it's the people. It's either the situation or the people. How do we fix it? Well, I'm going to tell you this. For churches who think that it is okay in this present age to continuously put out what they do on a Sunday morning basis on social media, seems weird to me. How many times do we continuously see these weird situations go forth? And you would think the fix would be, well, let's have a different conversation. Let's approach it different. No, that's not what they want to do. They want to continuously do the same thing, same things, and then put this information out on social media. I don't know what it is. Is it to get more people to pay attention? What is it?
You like salacious stuff.
Okay, so this is the commentary that my wife and I has continuously, right?
Consistently.
Why consistently? Why? What in the entire world do we keep on promoting this salacious material? How is it okay to continuously put this information out and think that the response is going to be different? How?
Enlighten me, help me. But I mean, it's one of those little things, and it's not an again for you, it's a again for he. It's one of those things that we like drama. And I mean, even when we're looking at movies, when we're looking at TV series, they everything has a category.
Right.
So, if you want to look at when we turn on one of those programs like Netflix or Prime, whatever it is you use, I mean, you may not even have to do that. I mean, some people still pay for cable, so you can go onto there. What do you want? Do you want drama? Do you want action? Do you want comedy? Everything has a label. And so you want to go to something that's dramatic. Some of us have a lot of drama going on in our lives. So we just really want to bond with somebody else that has drama going on in their life too. Let me not feel alone in my drama experience. And then again, sometimes we just like gossiping. So in the process of us liking the gossip, we ain't gonna tell our own business, but we'll tell something of somebody else's. Ooh, did you know so-and-so did? Whatever it is. We kind of like that. But I don't think we need to be spreading the salaciousness up there because, like I've stated, there is a lot of extraness that's going on already. So find something that's positive, something that's going to help break up the fallow ground, something that's going to shake you loose and that's going to help you rid yourself of the toxicity. That's going to help you to rid yourself of all the extraness because we ain't got time for all that. All that extraness is we got enough going on our own personal plates. So loose it, let it go.
I would hope you loose it and let it go because wrong seems to be popular.
And wrong seems to be right.
Wrong seems to be right. And right seems to be, I don't want that.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
I don't want that. I don't want that. So we had a couple of stories, and we mentioned one earlier with regard to what's happening in our local ministries. Secondly, I was looking at a story. It's a very weird story, not weird, but it is weird. Just let me say it that way. So a trucker, right, got hired to do a job in trucking who happened to be not authorized or don't carry the proper paperwork to be a trucker, to understand the safety protocols of what it is to be a trucker, right? Here's where I'm thinking, and I'm giving you guys like a small little driplet on what happens in my brain. So I'm thinking this, right? If he is hired to do a job, right, he is going to do or have all the experience that he needs to make sure that he is going to be a safe driver on the road. What happens is he drives a truck down the highway, and for some strange reason, he has an accident and kills 10 people.
That's wild.
Right? God bless their family. I just don't understand how I'm keeping on. I'm continuously reading, and the gentleman is from another country who's not authorized to be in the United States of America. But here's what's crazy: somebody hired him. Somebody hired him to be a driver in a very dangerous piece of equipment that had the possibility of taking somebody's life. I'm just trying to understand, and did. How do we get to a point, right, where a hiring manager will say, "I want to hire him. I want to hire him. I'm not going to put him through any training. Matter of fact, I'm going to go a little further. He ain't even authorized to be here in the United States of America, and he gets a job to drive a truck." How do we continuously get ourselves in these sorts of situations? What's the fix? How do we fix these things? So, of course, I can go on a litany of a bunch of different things that are wrong, right? And that's sometimes what we do. So I don't want to continuously help the algorithm with foolishness.
Please don't.
And keep on just promoting this ignorant sort of mindset. How do we figure out how to do things right? How do we figure out what we are to do? First thing I think we have to really realize is where the problem lies and be honest. Be honest for real with what it is. How do we do that? We have to choose it. We have to say, yeah, that's not right. We have to be honest with ourselves. More times than not, we aren't able to stand up for what's right because maybe we are still in a dysfunctional sort of mindset ourselves. Maybe we are still in a mindset that's not allowing us to be our better self. What are we supposed to do? We cannot hide behind any of these things anymore. We have to stand up for what's right. We're talking to an individual today, and what was said to us was, yeah, I'm going to stand up even when nobody's around, right? How are you going to show up when people are talking about you to people, having conversations? If that information gets back to you and it's not first, I had to nip that in the bud from the very beginning and put right out first, right? We have to learn how to start promoting the right thing, right?
Makes sense.
We have to start promoting the right thing. Um, so I have so many notes, so many things on my mind tonight that, of course, I can't get it out all the way. But how do we fix these things? First things, we have to admit that those things are wrong.
Right.
We do. We have to stop allowing all of this stuff to go on and speak up. Speak up. Are you afraid to get into an altercation? Is that what you're doing?
Sometimes people really are. Some people are scared of confrontation. But we can't keep hiding this under the rug and then getting mad when somebody steps on the bone. And so that is conversations that we need to have. Confrontation does not have to be what you doing. We don't have to have the neck rolling and the disrespect when confrontations are had. But we definitely have to confront some uncomfortable situations because it's not doing you any good holding the stuff in. We need to get to a point where we start fixing things because it's really uncomfortable for us just to continue to hold it in, feeling like I can't breathe. I got super headaches, like, oh, now my teeth is hurting because I'm gritting them so much. Because every time I see somebody, I'm just, now my fists hurt because I'm clenching so hard. Like, instead of hurting your body, hurting your mind, hurting yourself, have the conversation. Start to loose what you're holding on to and allow that individual to hear what is happening with you. But I also say, before you have that conversation, I love to say HALT.
Yeah.
HALT. You gotta halt before you have the conversation with it. Check yourself to see if you're hungry, to see if you're angry, to see if you're feeling lonely.
Yeah, we say it all the time. When we have a little issue, when we hungry, sometimes we just
hangry.
We need to get a bite to eat. We just need to go eat and check the temperature of your algorithm of yourself to say, man, what is wrong with me?
What's going on in here? What's happening internally?
Yeah.
So then the last one is tired.
Yeah.
Are you tired? That's a part of the whole situation there. But you got to check that out, because if he comes to talk to me while I'm tired, yeah, honey, but this is the communication that we have.
That's right.
Not right now. Let me take a nap.
Right.
Can it wait?
Yeah.
But figuring out the posture of where we're at before we have the conversation. That is the unfortunate thing of when we're trying to fix something with anybody, not just relational here, any of our relationships. Before we try to fix something, oh, it's on my heart and it's pressed on my heart, so I got to do that. All right, well, let me call you. Hey, Kenny.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you for a second. Do you have an available moment?
Absolutely.
Are you in the proper posture to have a conversation with me? If you say no, I have to respect that space. Hey, when's a good time that we can talk? Find out again when we can have that conversation so that we can get this uncomfortableness and so we can fix the situation. We can't fix it continuously to hold on to stuff. And then if I'm trying to fix it with you and I really want to tell you and give you a piece of my mind, respectfully, if I want to do so, but you're not in the proper posture and I force it anyway, I can't get mad off the repercussions because you said you wasn't available, or you can hear it in your tone that you wasn't really ready to have the conversation, but I pressed it anyway. We can't fix stuff if everybody is not in the proper posture to receive.
We have to learn how to diffuse these situations, and in its simplest forms, I know everybody gets hungry. I know everybody gets angry. So I want you guys to put HALT in the chat. So HALT, put that in the chat and learn these principles. When you get into a situation, say, wait, am I hungry? Am I angry?
Right.
Am I lonely? Am I deflecting someone trying to fix it, and it's being masked with my hunger or my anger, or I'm lonely, or I'm even tired? Some people can be going through a long day of work and they get home and have to have these long conversations and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, check those things and say, look, I am not ready to have this conversation right now. Not right now. And it is okay. So right now, I want everybody, all of the people that's on right now, put HALT in the chat. Put HALT in the chat. This is a little interaction that we're doing. Please, thank you. A little HALT that what we're doing. We have to find these things that are able to help us. And the Ephesians 4:26 says this. This is, we're going a little fast now because we're trying to get to this thing right. Don't let the sun go down on your anger.
Yeah. Come on, Bible.
Which means simply this: to begin to repair it. You don't have to win every point. You don't have to win everything. But make sure that every time you go to sleep that you check those things. Not necessarily hungry. Sometimes people go to sleep when they're hungry, and some people fill up when they're hungry. But sometimes that don't happen. Now, that don't end up real good because you wake up with agita and all sorts of stuff like that.
Right.
So make sure that you are doing these things. Again, we could go on every tangent known to man of all of the wrong things to do. I think for the most part, those things are easy to do. The wrong of it is easy. But when somebody does you wrong, can you even go back and do right?
As you should.
Yeah. Can you find somebody that in your life that you didn't find really loving to you? And could you go to them and say, you know what, even in the midst of it, I'm gonna still give you grace and still love you, because there might be some underlying things about you that you haven't been talking about or saying. These are the things that we have to do to get in right standing with God.
Absolutely.
Get in right standing with God. Again, we could find ways to talk about the wrong of not being in right standing with God. So let's promote the right things to do. The right things to do. We have heard even this week on so many things that were right. I say this often. What's the conclusion of this matter? Obviously there is a wrong thing. If something was wrong happened. Okay, I'm gonna first apologize. I'm so sorry that you feel that way. And if a person still massages the wrong, they still massages the thing. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry.
Hold it.
Wait, well, 1 second. Wait. Sometimes I even say wait and I walk away. But sometimes I gotta stop and say, wait, okay, how do we fix this?
How? Right.
How do we fix it? How can we come to an understanding that we're able to fix it, and everybody comes out of the situation with a great, clear understanding, right? We have to find the way. As I stated earlier, we can find all the wrong in many, 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 many situations. How can we find the right in them? How could we come to an understanding of how to make it right? Find the conclusion of it. Of course, sometimes you can even not be hungry. Sometimes you don't even have to be lonely. You can just have just a horrible day that sometimes we even perpetuate. We wake up with, man, I don't know, this day I don't feel like doing this. We already start off our day with these accolades, I'll say, that's not even able to get us in the posture of having a good day.
Right.
The words of your mouth and the meditations of your heart should be acceptable in God's sight. So we should not get up with those malicious sorts of tones in the morning. You control your day with what you say.
Sure.
You control your day. Put that in the chat. You control your day with what you say. You control your day with what you say. So when you get up in the morning, right, make it a point that nobody and nothing is going to separate you from having a wonderful day.
Come on, that's good.
All right. So of course somebody can come to our desk and go crazy or cut us off or do anything. I know it's difficult. We have to learn how to find these things, function and not dysfunction, because that's what the wrong does. The functioning and the dysfunction continuously. Let's function in right. Let's function in that and make that something that we promote and that we care for and that we perpetuate every day. Right? Let's do that. Let's do that every day. every day.
It's a daily thing that we should
It's a daily
definitely be
thing.
doing.
Absolutely.
And I absolutely love that. Hey, I love the fact that
Hey,
everybody's coming in. And thank you so
hey,
much
thank you.
for commenting. When you're coming in here, please make sure you do us a super huge favor for you to like the comments. It's definitely helping us in this good
Yes.
old algorithm out here in these streets. So we're grateful for the comments that you're putting into there. But just make sure you go ahead and like it, as well as sharing this with somebody. Make sure you use that good old arrow button and share it with somebody. Tag a friend in the comment section, but let them know that we're on and that we're talking and we're helping help individuals fix situations. So, and thank you so much. See, look at you interacting, April. I appreciate you. Control your day with what you say.
Control your day with what you say. Who put the word halt there, baby?
April.
Somebody else put some halt there.
Let me see. I don't know. I know I seen it said April.
April.
Okay, let me be. Her name is April.
April. Yeah.
So let me not be extra. Let me not be disrespectful. Her name is April.
So what's all going on in our world?
Yeah.
In every system that we can find the wrong in, how will we learn how to fix them and get past them? Of course, we ain't gonna fix everything. Let's get that out of our heads. Let's get it out of our heads. We're not gonna fix everything, but whatever we can control, and even in situations where we think we can control, most of it ain't in our control. You know, we want it all to be in God's control, but sometimes it gets out of whack. So we have to learn how to fix these things. So don't be like the watch or these faking jokers that will put on a watch and you can't tell the time with, and somebody say, "Hey man, what time is it?" And you look at your watch like, "Oh, it's 6 o'clock. It's been 6 o'clock for 9 days." And you take the watch to the repair person and get it repaired. So when somebody asks you a question about what time it is, you can be able to answer it.
Good stuff. And I really appreciate that. So there is a wonderful thing, because we did say in the description, if anybody ever reads those things, that we wanted to make sure that we gave you a fix that you'll be able to do on a daily basis, or whenever you're in a situation with a particular individual. Again, you see the two of us here. It's a marital relationship here, but this principle works whether you're married, whether it's a coworker, if it's a friend, a loved one, brother, sister, cousin, whoever. This particular principle works. It's a fix it flow that you should be able to use before you get ready to have a conversation with anybody. But I always say, before you do your fix it flow, to do the 4-4-6 is the breathing technique that is definitely going to be beneficial to you, and it's going to be helpful to you. And this 4-4-6 is inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 6. And do that a few times. And that just kind of like helps to release what's going on in you, kind of helps you to break up some of your little nervous systems. And then you can have the conversation, but you'll be able to do the fix it flow.
Yeah. First thing we need to do, and say this with me, is pray.
Pray. You can throw that in the chats too.
Pray.
Yeah.
I don't care what you're dealing with or what you're going through. Sometimes people pray and that's about all they do. You know, praying without working, they don't work. I say this all the time. You know, sometimes people be looking for the Lord to do things that they control.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord, I need refinancing on my house. Okay. The Lord's like, okay, hey, well, that's in your control. You know, God deals in the supernatural. We deal with fix your credit score. Yeah. So we want to pray. We want to pray and ask God to do the things that we control. We have power in many cases to fix our situation. We do.
Yeah.
God does give us the knowledge and understanding, but sometimes we want to just say, Lord, here you go, pray, here you go.
I feel it's okay.
and take us out the responsibility of taking or doing what we're supposed to be doing. So first thing, pray with an understanding. Pray, Lord, give me tone, give me timing, and give me truth in love.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You got to be able to, again, having those conversations, your tone matters.
Absolutely.
Anytime you're having a conversation with anybody, it's not only the words that you say, it's the tone in which you say it, and it's the posture in which you do stuff.
Yeah.
I can tell you
Yeah.
I love you.
Really
if
good.
I say, hey, I love you,
Really
you'll be
good.
like, oh, you love me?
Really good.
I love you. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? So it's like one of those situations.
Yeah.
But that tone still said the same 3 words, I love you, but my tone and body posture said something different. Yeah, you can miss me with that. When you mean that, and I did, but when you say it in a different tone and the texture, then it's like, oh, I can receive that. So it's one of those things, take 60 seconds out. I appreciate you for saying that. Take the 60 seconds out. Lord, give me tone and help me to be able to share what I need to share with this individual in truth and in love. Sorry, I took that over.
No, I applaud that. Number 2, we need to plan. We need to pray.
Yeah.
Then we need to plan.
Absolutely.
And these things are very much so interchangeable. So we have to understand the posture of prayer, and we have to understand planning. We have to understand planning.
And even in that plan that you're having with the individual, if we stop sweeping all this stuff under the rug and we have the conversation when we can have the conversation, we plan on, let's talk about this. You know what? Finances is bothering me. I'm always hungry. We need to go to the grocery store and I need to get food, or I want to do something. We need to get a vacation. Those are 3 things that I just shared with you. But let's have a plan. What is it that we're going to talk about? Let's do one at a time. Have that conversation. Have a plan. Let's not tackle all 20 things at one time. Let's talk about this, tackle it, come to a conclusion, and then we're able to grow from there. But when we're trying to pile on all that and never came to the conclusion with that first thing, here we go, sweeping stuff under the rug. Now I don't want to talk to you. Now I don't want to whatever.
Yeah. And what we do all the time is in our planning, we have the uncomfortable conversation. They say how we fix it. They say how you fix it. How do you fix it? You got to have uncomfortable conversations.
You have to. Yeah.
I mean, I could probably shut the screen off now, and that'll be the one thing that we do. Absolutely. We have to have conversations that are not very, very, what I say, not very happy to have. You're not happy. They're uncomfortable conversations. You don't want to talk about stuff that makes you uncomfortable. But I tell you this, when you have the uncomfortable conversations, you can find the fix to a lot of your situations.
Absolutely, you can. So you're going to have the conversation, you're going to communicate with that individual, and then comprehend that conversation. That matters. Like not only just having the conversation with the individual and communicating what's going on in your head, make sure you're comprehending it. It's not a problem with you saying, hey, let me repeat back what I heard you to say. That was an issue of mine. Real life, right hand to the man. I'll own that. That was an issue of mine. I heard you to say something completely different than what it was that you said, to avoid arguments and to avoid confrontations. And now I feel like I gotta lay hands. I gotta laying on of hands ministry, and it don't be open. I'd be like, what you saying? But that's because I misunderstood what you said. So once I learned to do repeat street, and this is what I heard you to say, oh, that alleviated a whole lot of things. You didn't say nothing about my mama, did you? Okay.
And I think what's very important is that when you have situations like that, you grant grace.
Yeah.
You hold on. Okay. I say this all the time. If I make a mistake, right, I don't normally make a mistake I don't do it on purpose. Like I am not the mistake person to say, oh, sure, I'm just going to do something just because I want to do it. No, if I make a mistake, today, I eat ginger chews all the time, right? That's just me. I just like to keep my throat coated, right? So I eat ginger chew all the time. So we got a little, wife, make sure I have ginger chews. So I dug in the ginger chew, and I don't know what my mind was. I opened up the pack of ginger chew, put the ginger chew in my mouth, and put it back in the ginger chew tray.
The empty wrapper.
The empty wrapper. So what she did was she just took it out and put it in the garbage. She knew I didn't do it on purpose. What happens sometimes when people say that? Why are you doing that? You're like, wait, whoa, I didn't. Wait, if you know the individual, you know that they didn't do that on purpose.
Wasn't
Like,
malicious.
you know whether something was malicious, right? And I used to even get sometimes, man, when you repeat stuff like that, you lying. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's understanding the individual that you're
You
talking to,
have to,
because you get it.
and give the person grace to process the information. How do we fix situations like that? Communicating, talking, having conversation, having the hard conversation.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to have the conversation, you're not willing to fix it.
Period.
If you're not willing to have the conversation, you don't want to fix it, and you ain't really got there yet.
But I want to get there. So for me, I'm confrontational. And again, I learned how to not be confrontational by making sure we do the preview. And so it's that, hey, I value us.
Absolutely.
And again, this doesn't have to be just with a marital situation. This is with any of your relationships, especially if you value them, or co-workers, you got to work with them. So you know what? Hey, we in the same space and we got the same goal. So, for us to be able to achieve what we got to achieve, I need to know, is now a good time for me to have a conversation with you?
Yes.
I want to talk to you about you putting the wrapper back in the ginger chew bowl. So can we talk for 10 minutes? And it maybe not even be 10 minutes. It very well could be just a quick, hey, I just want to share. But again, having that preview and that little temperature check, hey, can I talk?
Yeah.
That matters.
Very clear. And don't be afraid to laugh. In the midst of it all, when I didn't think about what I was doing. I had a whole bunch of things going on. I was just, going on, and I just need to put ginger chew. So I put it in a thing, and after it was over, I'm like,
it's funny.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know. So preview. I value us to be clear and be okay with having a conversation that may be uncomfortable. So you have to find the value and have a great understanding of how to have these conversations and preview it. I just need it. So we need to pray, we need to plan, we need to preview it, and we need to ask.
Just one ask. And when you do that one ask, say, hey, when whatever happens, I feel whatever, and can we try whatever next week? I.e., hey, when you put the wrapper in the ginger chew, I feel some type of way because the garbage can was right there. So it makes me feel some type of way. So can we try next time to be cognizant of what you're doing?
And make it fun. Like, you know what you just did? Because not 9 out of 10 times, some people just don't know. Now, if you're out here just doing malicious stuff just because you want to, that's another issue.
That's a whole other thing.
You need to go to counseling. I don't know. But if you're doing it, like, this person through conversation, you have spent a lot of time together, and you know that person, that's not characteristics. That's not a characteristic of that person. So I am a clean freak. I have to have order. I have to have order. But in the midst of my wanting to have order and I'm doing all of these certain things, it was just like a brain fart. I don't know. It's just like, man, why did I do that? I did it before I knew it, and she just gave me grace and was like, I know that ain't typical for you. And okay, we good. We good.
And it was just really funny. So to me, I knew it was no harm in there. So we moved on. So then the next thing that we would do was the final thing, as in we're going to pray, we're going to plan, we're going to preview. There's the one ask. We just gave you the example. You make that example applicable to you. The last thing is to do the next step plus a check-in. So if I asked you, like when we were trying to do the planning, situation, and I'm asking you, hey, what's going on? Can we have a conversation? If you happen to tell me, or that individual happens to tell you, now is not a good time, guess what you get to do? You get to put a time in on the calendar. You get the opportunity to say, hey, when can we talk? And what's a good time? Don't leave it to your memory to say, I'm going to remember. We have features on our phone, as Apple used to say all the time, there's an app for that. So use your calendar, or if you're at work and you have one of them desk calendars, whatever it is, grab a calendar and mark it on there Put the time on there when you're supposed to have that conversation with the individual, and let's approach it then. But don't leave it to your memory and say, oh, I'm going to remember that, because things happen. Life happens.
That's right.
Situations happen, and we're going to forget stuff.
Yep.
So utilize those apps that we have.
Yeah.
And make it happen.
All right. That's a very cool point. And I'm going to add this. If that time span goes over a certain amount of time, right? And now after weeks and weeks and weeks, this person wants to come back to you and have this conversation, you have the right to say, I'm good.
Don't even worry about it. Boundary.
When you create these boundaries and people understand what those boundaries are, you have the ability to say, look, I'm not really playing games. You know, after a certain amount of time, it gets old and stale. I'm not interested anymore. Like if it's not important to you, it's certainly not important to me. And I'm good with that. But please don't narcissistically come back to me and say, oh, well, we want to do a whole lot of stuff come up. Blah, blah, blah. Again, your emergency is not something that I have to just jump and do quick. That's not a point for me to kind of help you. No, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. At some point when I get ready to, we can have this. You have to be on purpose and teach people how to treat you.
You have to, because they don't know.
Nope.
So you can't just allow it to go to their, well, you should know, especially for adults, you know, oh, well, you're of a certain age, you should have known better.
Yeah.
Well, how am I supposed to know what you're requiring and what you need? I don't know that.
Absolutely.
So the onus is on you. It is your responsibility to make sure that you share with an individual what's going on in your brain and how they need to govern themselves so that we can move forward, because it's not fair for you to do such a thing like that. Be clear, be kind, and stay consistent. That's what's going to speak loud to that individual, is because you were clear of, hey, if you want to keep avoiding this, okay, that's all on you. I was real clear that I wanted to have this conversation. We agreed that it was going to be at this particular day, and I'm going to stay consistent with that. But if you're intentionally avoiding this conversation, don't even worry about it. I got my answer. And guess what I'm going to do? Govern myself.
Govern myself accordingly. Absolutely. The next thing we're going to do is going to try starters. So like start this way. Give me a second. Like,
sure.
Hold on a second. Give me a second. I say that. Like before we get into this, hold on one second. Wait. I also say, I don't understand.
That's big. And that's cool too. That's cool.
I don't, look, I think we said this on this platform before. My wife was explaining something to me that she needed and wanted, and I didn't understand. And again, she knows me, so I'm not going to play stupid. Now, excuse the word that I'm using. I'm sorry. I don't mean that, but I'm not going to play crazy or like, I don't know what you're talking about. That
wasn't no better.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to play like I don't know what's going on. And I know I'm not. It took me a couple of days to understand this. I'm grateful for the grace that she gave me. But on the flip side of that, I could not understand what in the world she was talking about. So these starter words I use, like, give me a second.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Like, hold tight. Hold on this. Hold on this. Hold on. When you have been placed in the bonds of some weird situations, you know what is it going to take to fix you. These are some fixes that we placed in our lives that are able to make our relationship very, very wholesome. Right? You have to find out what works for you. And you not having a conversation about it is not going to give you those things.
It's not. It is not. But thankfully, even with that example that you made reference to, because I'm able to give you grace, and because I am able to just, all right, well, we're going to work this out because I'm for us.
Yes.
I am team us.
Absolutely.
And because of that, I am going to be consistent until we solve this. I'm not going to keep score like, dang, you don't
Yes,
understand. Yo, what
Yeah.
is your problem? So now I'm keeping a score so you just don't understand.
Yeah,
Or now I want to start belittling you
Yeah.
and say, man, you kind of slow, ain't you?
Yeah, y'all need to throw them score books out.
Throw it
Look,
away.
how many of y'all got score books and just things y'all keep in the back of y'all conscience? So every time something go left, boy, you're able to pull that thing out and shoot it, Jack.
Listen, you be keeping score. Scores for sports, okay? You want to keep score, do that.
Yeah.
And you score in music too, don't you?
Yeah.
So if you want to score, do it that way.
So.
There you go. But it's not time for you to hold on to whatever happened during the argument, and then you just want to put, he always do that. There you go again. There you go again. There she go again. There she go. There she go. Okay, I'm sorry. Got a song for everything. But seriously, it's one of those things. Don't keep score for that. If you want to keep score, again, there's other things to keep score for. But for you to always continue, I understand the Lord is the one that throws things into the sea of forgetfulness, but there is a lot of things that we can stop holding on
That's
to.
Right.
We divorce the moment from the memory.
Yep.
We're always keeping score and we're always wanting to hold hostage what that individual did. Divorce it, because you're holding on to it and you're constantly reliving that moment, and that's not helping anything.
Yeah. So, ask this one question. How can we solve this?
Yeah.
How can we solve it? How can we solve it? It's like we're too up in age and we've experienced way too much.
3-1.
We've experienced way too much to continuously throw darts.
We got a dartboard. That's what we can play with. We want to throw darts. You know, she said it's 3-1. 3-1. It's funny. Like,
I'm up too.
No 2. Ain't no 3-1. That's funny though. I kid you not, but we have to guard our hearts and not our egos. Okay, so it is guarding our hearts over guarding our ego. So we definitely have to fix that situation. You know, our egos gotta go. We can't do that. It's, you know, that's something that just we gotta do. Just to guard your heart with diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life.
Absolutely.
And whatever is in your heart, your mouth is gonna speak. So if we're holding on to that, we're definitely going to see that. All that stuff that we hold on to is going to definitely leak into our lives. And we don't want to see that bitterness leak into our lives. So if you want to release it, and you can't even release it to the individual that you're talking to that has that you have some discrepancies with, talk to the Father about it. But you've got to be able to release that from your spirit. Excavate it.
Why? Because we want clarity. We want to continue with our connections. In a health portion, we want to lower our blood pressure. And we want to sleep a whole lot better.
Heck yeah.
These things will help us keep our relationships, keep our connection. Now, if you don't want these things, that's something completely different. So that is going to, again, give you clarity. It's going to keep our connections. It's going to lower our blood pressure, and it's going to allow us to have better sleep.
Those are things that we can change now. If we decide to do it later on, we're going to start assuming stuff, and then we're going to tax on the individual because we're starting to assume things. And in the absence of information, we jump to the worst of conclusions. Now I'm starting to resent you, and that resentment is going to catch interest. We like interest to be in our bank accounts and not for us to continue to hold on to the interest. And then trust starts to erode. And now I don't want to believe anything that you decided to say. And we're going to start holding on to all this stress. We're going to feel it. Our shoulders start getting tight. Again, here we go. We're clenching our jaws. But that's all because we decided to hold on to something later. It's better. If you want a now and later, get the candy. Okay.
Now, remember now and later? This is called, it was now and later. We used to call them now and later.
Now and later. That's exactly what they're called. But that's what we're trying to do right now.
Bad for you. I can't do that for you.
I don't care what you say. It's still good. I don't care what you say. But nevertheless, that's what we want you to do. We want you to do with his now, not my later. We don't want you to hold on to any of that situation. So
the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he will do anything you allow him to do.
Absolutely.
Anything.
I ain't letting them do anything.
That's right. That's right.
We got victory.
That's right. That's right.
I ain't doing anyway. But anyway, nevertheless, I am so grateful that you guys decided to tune in with us. If I have not said it, which I know I did already, use the arrow. Share that with somebody. Show us that sharing is caring in your life, because it is definitely in our lives. So please make sure you share this with somebody else. Use the arrow, copy and paste the link, send it to somebody in a text message, send it to them in an email, or share it to your timeline and or your story. Somebody needs to hear this. And you never know, in the process of you sharing it, you don't have to share it to somebody specifically, but again, sharing it on your timeline or your story, they hear this and it very well can be a life enhancement for them. They may not tell you personally what they're going through, but in the process of you sharing this particular show with them, that may have been something that helped them to get through. So please make sure you like it. I like for you to heart it. Hearts are better for our algorithm. But please make sure that you like it. Make sure that you use the arrow and share it. We have seen you in the comment section, so we real life appreciate that. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
And if you are not following he or me, please make sure that you are doing so. Make sure that you follow us if we're on Facebook, and if you are watching us on the U of the Tubes, please make sure that you're subscribing and turning that notification on, because anytime we put a video up, we want to make sure that your life is impacted by it and you hear it.
That's right. Last thing is, I don't know if anybody got gas. Give a solution. We're giving solutions. We're giving solutions. So write that in a comment. Anybody got gas? Give a solution. Give a solution. So what we're here to do, as we find out how to fix these certain things, the solution is have the conversation. Have the hard conversation. It may be uncomfortable. Hear me. It may be uncomfortable, but even if it's uncomfortable, there is glory after this. Watch yourself. We thank you for the glory, Father. After this, we definitely think, okay, I'm sorry, because that just touched something internally for me. So I feel like I'm going to leave that alone, because I felt like going and shifting somewhere else. There will be glory after this. Please, as she stated, and my wife shared this, please like, comment, and subscribe. She has a very, very large amount of things that she's putting out continuously. And these are transparent moments. These are moments that's going to bless your life. We are in it to make certain that this burden that's on our shoulder get lifted off. Guess who's going to be held accountable if we don't do what we're supposed to do? You got it. Us. So thank you for continuously to support the Heart of Love. It is something that we hopefully is going to be cutting edge. That's going to make sure it ministers not to you, but to the whole you, your family, your children, thinking better, processing better, able to live life and live it, as scripture would say, more abundantly. We have to push the agenda of right instead of pushing the algorithm of wrong. We continuously want to do that. So again, thank you for being a part of it tonight. We love you. We cherish your support. Please make sure you continue to support and like and comment and share. We love y'all with every bit of God and every bit of us in us. So to God be the glory for all the things that He's done. All the things that He has done. Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you. With that being said, this is the Heart of Love. And we are out of here. Grace and peace, y'all. Take care.